Uh, yes, thank you so much. Okay, so as okay, so this presentation. Hello.
You, Srishti, we can
Yes.
hear you very clearly.
Okay, so this presentation is basically about the rise in cost of video entertainment. The Indian video entertainment industry has undergone nothing short of a revolution in the recent time. The increasing demand for high quality content, plus the rise of streaming platforms, has put pressure on the linear TV, cable, and DTH industry. Uh, and amid all this, there were the regulations like the NTO 2.0, attempting to make choices easier and affordable for the Indian consumer. But what happened eventually is another story. So I'll just start my presentation. So just to give a rough estimate of how the Indian TV universe is expanding, India is among the few countries where the TV viewing population is huge and it is expanding, unlike other countries where there's a increasing trend of TV cord cutting. So if you take a look at the numbers, we have around 210 million TV viewing homes. Here is the distribution among the urban market and the rural market. And as the numbers suggest, there are another 90 million households which are yet to own a TV set. So there's a huge headroom for growth. Over the last 3 years, the TV viewership has also grown by at least 9% in 2020. So this BARC data has come from the comparison from 2018 to 2020. This data came in 2021. The latest data is yet to come. We have around 906 TV channels, out of which 348 are pay TV channels, and the rest are available or free. And interestingly, India continues to be a single TV market with at least 98% TV owning households owning a single TV. So that presents an optimistic picture. Here is data related to the DTH subscriber base. The data is from the TRI report for the last quarter. If you take a look at this graph, starting from 30th September 2020 till now, the number of DTH subscribers increased marginally from September to December last year, then dropped, then increased marginally, and in the last quarter, the number has again come down. So as of now, we have around 68.89 million paid DTH active subscribers. Now, this includes DD Free Dish as well. We have around 40 million subscribers for DD Free Dish, which has recorded a huge growth in the recent time. But unfortunately, DTH has lost close to 1 million subscribers in the last quarter. Here's a rough number for the internet subscribers and the broadband internet subscribers. Now, interestingly, last year has been, significant in terms of regulation that has come into effect in the broadcast industry, especially post the N2O order, N2O 2.0. Now, the idea was, again, to make more choices available to consumers and bring down the cost. But eventually, it ended up doing just the opposite. Broadcasters had revised their bouquet prices ahead of the implementation, which again got delayed to April 2022. The price of the channels in a bouquet was capped at rupees 12 from rupees 19 earlier. But channels outside of the bouquet could be priced higher. So what ended up was that several entertainment channels and sports channels, which were actually the driver channels, they became a little more costlier. What the MSOs and LCOs fear is that this will drive the average consumer bill that every consumer ends up paying. And they fear that this may lead to more cord cutting and they might lose subscribers. So my next question again that we all have been wondering is the rise in regulation stifling growth for the industry. You know, at a time when television, you know, there's a headroom for growth for the television industry. Will the implementation of NTO 2.0 end up stifling the growth? There's a lot of concern among the LCOs and the MSOs. The question probably to ask is, why does the government really need to regulate channel pricing? Shouldn't the industry eventually decide? The cost of content production is going up globally. There's a huge demand for content, huge demand for high quality content, and consumers want it faster. There is suggestion from the cable industry that bundling of services should be allowed, especially at a time when the linear TV, cable and DTH is under pressure from the rise of OTT. Now, again, like this brings us to our next slide, which is the rise of OTT or the streaming revolution. As of now, we have around 40 OTT platforms, a little more than 40, and with the entry of a host of new regional players. According to the current reports, OTT is at a scaling stage with increase in the number of subscribers and continued investment in creating premium and digital content. According to a recent report from the CIA and Boston Consulting Group, the Indian OTT industry is expected to grow to $13 to $15 billion by 2030 at a CAGR of 22 to 25%. And this is another interesting point that the broadcast players highlight, that, you know, at a time when the global giants are offering affordable prices to compete with local players in the OTT space, the TV, is becoming a little costlier than what it used to be. If you check the current rates that the OTT players are offering, the lowest Netflix plan is at $149 monthly. Amazon stands at $179. Disney plus Hotstar is at $499. This is the annual price. So Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Disney Hotstar are currently amassing a bigger share in the total OTT base that we currently have. And then there are a lot of regional players that have come and entered the industry. This gives an idea about the global online content investment. According to this report, which was released last year towards the end, this projects how the content investment is going to really rise in the next 4 years. Recent reports also point out that the time spent on video consumption has increased, from 1.8 hours a day per user in 2018 to 2.9 to 3.2 in 2021. And now this is for the digital and the video platforms. Now, when we come to television, the same has increased from 3.6 to 4.3 to 4.5 hours as per the CIA BCG report. And this comes at a time when, again, as I said, there's a rise in investment in creating premium and original content. So the cost of production has also gone up in order to meet this demand. Now, this slide will give you a little idea about what are the future growth trends for the industry. This has been taken from the latest report by Media Partners Asia. If you see, this report points to an increase in the number of SVOD subscribers, which may reach 7.6 billion. The pay TV advertising revenues are pegged at $6.1 billion. This is another interesting trend to see, how the transition is going to take place from the AVOD to the SVOD format. It's a bit slow in India if we compare to other countries, but eventually that is how the industry is going to evolve in the years to come. But in order for the evolution to take place, I think it's time that the industry really takes a call on how, how the current regulations are going to help the industry, or will they help? Because it doesn't seem like that in the current scheme of things. Yeah, thank you so much.
That was very interesting, Shrishti. You really pointed that the pay TV industry is being squeezed on the top end by streaming service and at the bottom end by free-to-air services like DD Free Dish, and very interesting points, and how the industry is going to handle this.